Back when I was in high school, they had something called shop class, where you would learn basic life skills like carpentry, wiring, plumbing, maybe a little bit of auto mechanics. But if you were a freshman, shop class wasn't like, history or algebra class. In shop class, you would actually, do different things and learn different things. So this meant, they would rotate you through different things. One day you would be doing auto mechanics. The next day you'd be doing plumbing. The next day you'd be doing carpentry. And some days, if you were a freshman, a minor in harassment. Because every year there were always a few freshmen who did not get that memo that shop class would equal Lord of the Flies with power tools. One year, all these guys grabbed this poor little freshman kid and they stripped him all the way down to his underwear. Then they got a set of hand trucks and tied him down to it so he couldn't move. And once they had him all nice and secure, they started rolling him through the school like he was cargo. Now our building sit right next to the girls' gym locker room. These idiots they're pushing him down the hall like they're trying to move a refrigerator. The kids yelling, "Hey man, don't you dare." Say, "Relax, we just need to borrow the girls' bathroom just for a little while." They push the door open and roll him in, and the last thing you hear before the door slams is, "Hey ladies," and they all run out. Then chaos, girls screaming, coaches yelling, and this poor kid's trying his best, all red-faced, trying to get out of these ropes and bungee cords they got him tied up with. Well, at least we know we taught them how to tie good knots. That same renegade attitude followed me and a couple other kids straight into college. I went to school to study electronic engineering, and we were always building little small projects. Normally, you would have to pass a soldering test, to get to the next level. But our instructor was cool. He was like, just get you a project, a simple electronics project, and build that, and that'll be your soldering test. Back then, Radio Shack had this new technology. You could actually record your voice on a memory chip, and you could buy the kit, and they would tell you how to get the other electronic components. You could actually build this thing and make it work. Before then, if you wanted to record voices, most people would use the little micro cassette recorders, or you've probably seen them in movies, the little bitty cassette tapes. So this seemed like Star Wars technology to us. But the second we saw this, we were thinking booby trap. So we built the kit, rigged up a small little trigger, and added a small little amplifier to it. So we had this all rigged up and hid to where some unsuspected student happens to walk by. Click.
Hello, you're a bit.
Well, wouldn't you know it, eventually I get called into the office. The instructor, he's like, "This girl says you called her the B word." And I was like, "Sir, I promise you I never said anything to her." And technically I didn't actually say anything to her. The circuit board did. And apparently those electronics have got a real bad attitude. So do you have any stories about shop class or some kind of practical joke from high school? Please post those in the comments and like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys again some other time. You have a great day.